There are a lot of great ways to warm up. Here's 5 moves to help you all the way from the ground up. So we're going to talk from the ankles, the hips, the spine, in all 3 planes of motion, all the way up into overhead movements to get you for 1 full warm up. Let's go through 2 full rounds, starting from the beginning. We're going to take the right leg slightly forward, left leg slightly back. So we're looking right here, okay? We're going to start off with, we're just going to go for a little bit of a squat, helping dorsiflexion in the feet. Squat 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. We're going to take the right leg slightly back, left leg slightly forward. Drop 1, 2, you'll probably notice 3, that one foot is a little more flexible than the other. And that will let you know, 3 more, which foot needs a little bit more range of motion. Good. Next one, we're going to work into the hips in 3 different planes. Leg's going to drive back, right leg, first one, and we're going to go into a transverse rotation. Left leg back, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Good. Getting the spine all involved and moved in the transverse rotation, wringing your back out. What my buddy Max from Max Training likes to say, kind of wringing your back out like a rag instead of getting real stiff. 5 more each side. 4 more. 3 and 3. It's definitely still challenging the stability as well. 2 and 2. 1 and 1. Make sure you keep your core engaged, rib to hip instead of here. Tighten up and then move. Let's go ahead and go into the frontal plane. Right leg back, a little bit of a drop, reach across, reach across. Left leg. 2. 3. 4. 5. 6. Good. Notice that I'm actually keeping a little bit of a straight leg on the back side. The reason why is I'm actually trying to stretch out the front of my hip flexors a little bit. But you're welcome to bend your knees, and you can. Let's do that for the last 3. Drop the knee, reach across, a little more of the full quadricep and a little bit more of a lunge. 2 more each side. One more each side. Good. It helps to get a lot of the lateral movement in your spine so that you can move not only in rotation, but in the lateral or frontal plane motion. Moving the scapula, moving the arms, lower back, working the front of the hips, the quads, getting the entire body moving. Let's go into a posterior leg drive with an overhead reach, extending the front of the hip right here in the sagittal plane. So legs are going to go back behind you. I'm going to go ahead and drop the leg down, engage, and make sure my hips or my abs are tight as I drop down into my hip, and I'm going to reach up. 1. If you'd like to slowly put your knee down and not smash your kneecap into the floor, that's fine. It'll give you full end range. 3. 3. And what I want you to also notice is, let's go left leg back. Make sure that you're not just extending back thinking that you're stretching, instead of bending, pushing the hip forward, abs tight, reaching back. Good. Left leg. 5. Right leg. 4 more each side. This is great for opening and improving full extension of the hip, full backside mechanics so that your leg can kick back behind you, strong on maybe a sprint or run. Let's go one more each side. Good. Awesome. And let's go into the last one. I'm going to grab a plate. I've got about a 10-pound plate on this one. I like to keep it kind of separated so my hands are nice and open. I've got those shoulder blades open, but you're welcome to use something smaller or bigger if you like. I'm going to go from the hip, and I'm going to go all the way up to the top, rotating my upper T-spine from hip to overhead. Well, let's take these last 5 and press them from the chest out. Engage your core, rib to hip, reach across, and let the stretch hit your upper T-spine in the transverse plane. From the bottom of the right, all the way to the top left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm letting my feet move so that I don't end up throwing that torque into my knees or somewhere else. I'll let that movement just flow the way it wants to. 3, if you notice a little bit of instability. 2, slow it down until you perfect the movement. Beautiful. Second round, beginning. Right leg slightly forward, left leg slightly back. Tighten up, rib to hip. Tight. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Right leg back, left leg forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. The reaches. Transverse plane first. Right leg goes back. Tighten up that midsection, rib to hip. Solid. Reach back and across with the opposite arm. 1, 2. Good. Keep it going. 3. Wow. Let's get a little sloppy there. 4. 4. Good. Take your time. If it takes you a little bit longer to get set up than it does me, just slow down. Do the reps as you can. Don't keep up with the pace until you can perform the movement properly. And knowing that you are stretching well rather than just breathing heavy. 3 and 3 each side. Right leg is behind me. Good. After a while, you'll blow right through it. This is a great warm-up, maybe before any type of a class you're gonna take that you can do prior so that you don't start off completely cold. Your hips are ready, your upper body's ready, your core's ready, your feet are ready, everything's going. Okay? Maybe a bike ride, a run, anything that you might be doing to kind of get prepared beforehand, full body, all the way from the ground up. Here's the second, posterior lunge, overhead, frontal plane, right leg goes back. Right, 1, left. And I'm always opening with the arm of the leg that's behind me. Going on 4, right leg back. 5. 6. 7. 'I'm cutting my arm distance a little short. Let's get that out there. Two more. Good. Last one. Good. We're gonna go into a posterior drive, finishing up the last few exercises of the warm-up with a sagittal plane overhead reach. Right leg goes back, drop down low, reach up. 1, 2. Make sure that your abdominals are engaged. If not, you're gonna feel more in your lower back than you do in the front of the hip or the front of the quad. Keep your foot, the one that's in the front, that anterior foot, keep it on the ground. Make sure that you're not driving everything into the toe. Good. Going on 5. Good. Nice. Keep it going. After you get nice and warmed up, this extra feels really good. 7. Even if you did just this as a mobility and conditioning routine, once if not twice a day for a couple of weeks, you would feel a huge change if you've never done anything. It'll be challenging, you'll still be sore. Parts of your body that aren't used to being used are gonna get used and stretched. You're gonna get new range and you'll feel a lot better with new activities, old activities, and moving forward with something else. We're gonna finish the last one. We'll start off with rotating from hip to overhead movement. So I'm gonna start rotating, my feet coming up off the ground, up top. 1, 2, 3, letting my upper back rotate well each way. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. And last one, bottom right, top left. Great job. A few takeaways. If you do this exercise routine correctly, you'll feel a great stretch in the front of the quads. Your core will be extremely active. You'll feel it tight. You should feel it tight the entire time. If it's difficult for you to do it first, it'll be challenging because most people can't contract their abdominals while still breathing. Practice it, you'll get better and better. You'll be able to hold a nice solid trunk. About 20% tension most of the day. Keeping your core nice and strong, your back supported. Thanks for warming up with us. Have a great day. Get better, keep practicing.